The world was introduced to Selena Quintanilla, known as the Queen of Tejano music, with her debut single, I Could Fall in Love, in 1989. But what made her a standout in the music industry? It wasn't just her voice or her charm, although those were certainly key elements. It was the unique blend of traditional Mexican culture and modern pop sensibilities that set her apart. Growing up in Corpus Christi, Texas, Selena was surrounded by the vibrant sounds of Tejano music. Her father, Abraham Quintanilla, was a musician and band manager who encouraged her to pursue her passion for singing. Selena spent hours practicing in the living room, singing along to her favorite Tejano songs and learning the intricacies of traditional Mexican music. As she honed her craft, Selena's voice became a powerful blend of sweet, melodic tones and raw, emotional intensity. Her style was unmistakable, a fusion of the traditional accordion-driven Tejano sound with modern pop production and catchy hooks. This unique blend captured the hearts of millions, and soon Selena was playing sold-out shows across the Southwest. But it wasn't just her music that made Selena a household name. Her irresistible charm and charisma on stage were undeniable. She had a way of connecting with her fans, speaking directly to their hearts and souls. Her live performances were like a celebration of life, energy, and music, a true reflection of the joy and passion that defined her as an artist. Selena's rise to fame was swift, with multiple #1 hits and sold-out tours. Her debut album, Ven Conmigo, was a critical and commercial success, and she quickly became a staple of the Tejano music scene. But as her popularity grew, so did the pressure to maintain her image and reputation. Selena was under constant scrutiny, facing intense media attention and scrutiny from fans and critics alike. Despite the challenges, Selena remained true to herself and her music. She continued to push the boundaries of Tejano music, experimenting with new styles and sounds that reflected her own unique perspective. And it was this unwavering commitment to her art that earned her the respect and admiration of fans around the world. As we delve deeper into Selena's story, we'll explore the complex web of factors that contributed to her tragic murder by her own fan club president, Yolanda Saldívar. But for now, let's take a moment to appreciate the incredible talent and charisma that made Selena the Queen of Tejano music. Her legacy continues to inspire and influence new generations of artists and fans alike, a testament to the power of music to transcend borders, cultures, and time. As we move forward in this investigation, we'll examine the darker side of Selena's success and the events that ultimately led to her untimely death. But for now, let's celebrate the bright, shining star that was Selena Quintanilla, a true icon of music and a beacon of hope for anyone who's ever dreamed of making it big. And as we reflect on Selena's remarkable rise to fame, we're reminded that music has the power to bring people together like nothing else can. Her legacy serves as a powerful reminder of the impact we can have on the world, and the enduring power of music to inspire, uplift, and unite us. So what do you think about Selena's incredible journey to stardom? Share your thoughts in the comments below, we'd love to hear from you. And as we continue to explore the story of this beloved artist, we invite you to join us on this journey of discovery, as we uncover the truth behind the tragic events that ultimately led to her untimely death. As we move forward, we'll be examining the complex web of relationships and events that led to Selena's murder. But for now, let's take a moment to appreciate the incredible talent and charisma that made Selena the Queen of Tejano music. Her legacy continues to inspire and influence new generations of artists and fans alike, a testament to the power of music to transcend borders, cultures, and time. Selena's story is a powerful reminder that success is not without its costs, and that even the brightest stars can be brought down by the darkest of forces. As we delve deeper into this tragic tale, we'll be exploring the complex web of factors that contributed to Selena's murder, and the shocking twists and turns that ultimately led to her untimely death. So join us as we continue to explore the story of Selena Quintanilla, a true icon of music and a beacon of hope for anyone who's ever dreamed of making it big. And as we reflect on the incredible journey that was Selena's life, we're reminded that music has the power to bring people together like nothing else can. Her legacy serves as a powerful reminder of the impact we can have on the world, and the enduring power of music to inspire, uplift, and unite us. The world was introduced to Selena Quintanilla, known as the Queen of Tejano music, with her debut single, I Could Fall in Love, in 1989. But as her popularity grew, so did the pressure to maintain her image and reputation. Selena was under constant scrutiny, facing intense media attention and scrutiny from fans and critics alike. Despite the challenges, Selena remained true to herself and her music. She continued to push the boundaries of Tejano music, experimenting with new styles and sounds that reflected her own unique perspective. And it was this unwavering commitment to her art that earned her the respect and admiration of fans around the world. As we move forward in this investigation, we'll examine the complex web of factors that contributed to Selena's tragic murder by her own fan club president, Yolanda Saldívar. But for now, let's take a moment to appreciate the incredible talent and charisma that made Selena the Queen of Tejano music. Her legacy continues to inspire and influence new generations of artists and fans alike, a testament to the power of music to transcend borders, cultures, and time. Selena's story is a powerful reminder that success is not without its costs, and that even the brightest stars can be brought down by the darkest of forces. As we delve deeper into this tragic tale, we'll be exploring the complex web of factors that contributed to Selena's murder, and the shocking twists and turns that ultimately led to her untimely death. The investigation into Selena's murder would reveal a complex web of deceit and betrayal, as we'll explore in the next section. But for now, let's take a moment to appreciate the incredible journey that was Selena's life, a journey that continues to inspire and influence new generations of artists and fans alike. As we delve deeper into the life of Selena Quintanilla, the Queen of Tejano music, a darker side of her story begins to unfold. Behind the scenes of her meteoric rise to fame, a deadly obsession was brewing, one that would ultimately seal her fate. In 1995, a fan club president named Yolanda Saldívar began working closely with Selena, becoming her confidant and close friend. At first glance, it seemed like a harmless friendship, but beneath the surface, a sinister dynamic was taking shape. Saldívar, a charismatic and manipulative individual, had a way of insinuating herself into Selena's inner circle. She was the president of Selena's fan club, and as such, she had access to Selena's innermost thoughts and feelings. But as their relationship deepened, Selena's family and friends began to express concern about the level of control Saldívar exerted over Selena's life. It started with small things. Saldívar would show up at Selena's concerts uninvited, or call her multiple times a day, claiming she was just checking in. But as time went on, these behaviors became increasingly oppressive. Selena's mother, Marcela, and her husband, Abraham, would often caution Selena about Saldívar's behavior, but their warnings fell on deaf ears. Selena, who had always been a people-pleaser, was drawn to Saldívar's charm and affection. She began to rely on Saldívar for emotional support, and soon, the lines between friendship and obsession became blurred. Saldívar would often tell Selena that she was the only one who truly understood her, and that her family didn't care about her well-being. These words, laced with malice, slowly eroded Selena's confidence and self-worth. One of the most disturbing aspects of Saldívar's behavior was her manipulation of Selena's finances. As Selena's manager, Saldívar had access to her bank accounts and would often use this power to control her spending habits. She would convince Selena to invest in dubious business ventures or donate money to charity, all while taking a significant cut for herself. Selena's family and friends grew increasingly concerned about Saldívar's influence over Selena's financial affairs, but Selena refused to listen. As the months went by, Saldívar's behavior became more and more erratic. She would show up at Selena's concerts, screaming and shouting, and even went so far as to try to sabotage Selena's relationships with other people in her life. But despite the red flags flying high, Selena remained in denial about the true nature of her relationship with Saldívar. She convinced herself that Saldívar was just a loyal friend, who wanted the best for her. Little did she know, the worst was yet to come. In the months leading up to her murder, Selena's family and friends noticed a significant change in her behavior. She became increasingly withdrawn and isolated, shutting herself away in her hotel room or hiding in her dressing room between shows. They attributed this to the pressure of touring and the stress of her career, but in reality, Selena was trapped in a toxic cycle of obsession and control. And at the center of it all was Yolanda Saldívar, a woman who would stop at nothing to claim Selena as her own. As we continue to unravel the mystery of Selena's murder, we'll explore the events leading up to that fateful day in May 1995. We'll examine the warning signs that were ignored, the red flags that were waved, and the devastating consequences of a deadly obsession. But for now, let's take a step back and reflect on the tragic fate that befell this young woman, a victim of love turned poisonous. What drove Saldívar to commit such a heinous crime, and what could have been done to prevent it? These questions will haunt us as we delve deeper into the story of Selena Quintanilla Perez, a life cut short by a deadly obsession. As we continue the story of Selena Quintanilla Perez, the Queen of Tejano music, we find ourselves in the midst of a web of deceit. Behind the scenes of her meteoric rise to fame, a deadly obsession was brewing, one that would ultimately seal her fate. It all began with Yolanda Saldívar, the president of Selena's fan club, known as the Selena Etc. fan club. But what started as admiration and devotion soon turned into a sinister plot to manipulate and control. At first glance, Yolanda Saldívar seemed like the perfect person for the job. She had charm, charisma, and a natural ability to connect with people. But beneath the surface, a different story was unfolding. Saldívar had been embezzling money from Selena's businesses, using the funds to fuel her own lavish lifestyle. We're talking about over $700,000, a staggering amount that would have made a significant impact on Selena's finances. But what's even more shocking is that Saldívar's deceit went undetected for so long. She was able to manipulate the books, cover her tracks, and make it seem like everything was above board. It wasn't until Selena confronted her about discrepancies in the company's finances that the true extent of Saldívar's embezzlement began to unravel. The tension escalated quickly, with Saldívar threatening to ruin Selena's reputation if she exposed her. It was a classic case of blackmail, and Selena found herself in a desperate situation. She had to tread carefully, not wanting to damage her reputation or alienate her fans, but at the same time, she couldn't just let Saldívar get away with it. As the days turned into weeks, the situation became increasingly volatile. Selena's closest friends and family members began to notice a change in her demeanor. She was distant, preoccupied, and seemed to be carrying a heavy burden. They had no idea what was going on, but they knew that something was wrong. But what they didn't know was that Saldívar had been playing a long game. She had been manipulating Selena, using her charm and charisma to get close to her, and then, using that closeness to further her own interests. It was a masterclass in manipulation, and one that would ultimately lead to devastating consequences. As we delve deeper into this web of deceit, we begin to see the cracks in the facade. We see the warning signs that were ignored, the red flags that were waved, and the opportunities that were missed. It's a cautionary tale of how easily lives can be destroyed by the actions of others, and how quickly our lives can change in an instant. But it's not just about the tragic events that unfolded. It's also about the lessons we can learn from them. It's about being vigilant, being aware of the people around us, and being cautious of those who seek to manipulate and control. It's about taking responsibility for our own actions, and being mindful of the impact we have on others. As we move forward in this story, we'll explore the events that led up to Selena's tragic murder. We'll examine the evidence, the motives, and the consequences of Saldívar's actions. We'll see how the investigation unfolded, and how the truth was eventually revealed. But for now, let's take a step back and reflect on the web of deceit that surrounded Selena. Let's think about the people who were involved, the actions they took, and the consequences of those actions. Let's remember that everyone involved in this story had a choice to make, and that their choices had a profound impact on the lives of those around them. As we continue this journey into the world of Selena Quintanilla Perez, we'll be exploring some of the darkest corners of the human experience. We'll be confronting the complexities of human nature, and the devastating consequences of our actions. But we'll also be learning from these experiences, and growing as a result. So let's take a deep breath, and let's dive back into the story of Selena Quintanilla Perez. Let's explore the events that led up to her tragic murder, and let's uncover the truth behind the web of deceit that surrounded her. It's been months since Yolanda Saldívar, the fan club president of Selena Quintanilla Perez, was arrested for embezzling over $70,000 from the Tejano star's business. But as the investigation unfolded, it became clear that this was more than just a simple case of financial deceit. Behind the scenes of Selena's meteoric rise to fame, a deadly obsession had taken hold. And on March 31, 1995, that obsession would ultimately seal Selena's fate. Selena, still reeling from the betrayal, had decided to take matters into her own hands. She checked into a hotel room in Corpus Christi, Texas, to confront Saldívar about the embezzlement. It was a moment of raw emotion, one that would change the course of history forever. As she sat in the hotel room, Selena couldn't shake off the feeling that something was off. She had been warned about Yolanda's behavior, but she never thought it would come to this. Meanwhile, Saldívar had been planning his move for weeks. He had been embezzling money from Selena's business for months, using it to fund his own lavish lifestyle. But when Selena found out, she was not one to back down. She had made it clear that she would do whatever it took to bring Yolanda to justice. And in a shocking twist, Saldívar would soon take drastic action to silence her. At 12:31 p.m. on March 31, 1995, Saldívar arrived at the hotel. He had a loaded pistol in his hand, and a sinister intent in his heart. Selena, unaware of the danger lurking outside her door, opened it to face the man who had once been her closest friend. It was a moment of pure chaos, one that would leave Selena fighting for her life. In a matter of seconds, Saldívar had shot Selena in the back. She fell to the ground, her life slipping away with each passing moment. The incident shocked the nation, and it would take weeks to unravel the events leading up to the tragic murder. But as the investigation unfolded, one thing became clear: Selena's death was not just a random act of violence. It was a calculated move, one that was motivated by a deep-seated obsession and a desire for power. As we piece together the events of that fateful day, one thing becomes clear: Selena's murder was a preventable tragedy. If only she had been more cautious, if only she had listened to her instincts, she might still be alive today. But as it stands, her death serves as a reminder of the dangers of obsession and the importance of listening to our inner voices. The incident sent shockwaves across the nation, leaving fans and friends reeling in the aftermath. But as the dust settled, one thing became clear: Selena's legacy would live on. Her music, her style, and her unwavering dedication to her fans would continue to inspire generations to come. And as we reflect on the events of that fateful day, we are reminded of the power of resilience and the importance of never giving up on our dreams. In the days that followed, the investigation into Selena's murder would yield a wealth of information. From the hotel room where she was shot to the events leading up to the tragedy, the evidence would paint a shocking picture of a life cut short. But as we delve deeper into the story of Selena Quintanilla Perez, one thing becomes clear: her death was not just a random act of violence. It was a preventable tragedy, one that was motivated by a deep-seated obsession and a desire for power. As we continue to explore the story of Selena, we are left with more questions than answers. What drove Yolanda Saldívar to take such drastic action? Was it a desire for power, a need for control, or something more sinister? And what role did Selena play in her own downfall? These are questions that will continue to haunt us as we delve deeper into the story of the Queen of Tejano music. But for now, the facts are clear: Selena Quintanilla Perez was a victim of circumstance, a preventable tragedy that shook the nation to its core. Her death serves as a reminder of the dangers of obsession and the importance of listening to our inner voices. And as we reflect on the events of that fateful day, we are reminded of the power of resilience and the importance of never giving up on our dreams. The question now is, what's next? How will the investigation into Selena's murder unfold? And what will the aftermath look like for the fans, friends, and family left behind? These are questions that will continue to haunt us as we delve deeper into the story of Selena Quintanilla Perez. Selena's murder shook the music world to its core, and as the investigation unfolded, one question hung in the air: what drove Yolanda Saldívar to kill her idol? But before we delve into the motives behind this tragic event, let's take a step back and examine the aftermath of Selena's death. The person responsible for her demise would soon face the full force of the law. In the summer of 1995, Yolanda Saldívar was arrested, charged, and put on trial for Selena's murder. The prosecution presented a case that was both shocking and meticulous, one that painted Yolanda as a master manipulator who had been planning the perfect crime. They claimed she had a history of embezzlement, using her position as fan club president to siphon off thousands of dollars from Selena's business. But this was more than just a simple case of financial deceit. This was a premeditated act of murder. The prosecution's key witness was a woman named Suzette Quintanilla, Selena's sister. Suzette took the stand and shared a chilling account of the events leading up to Selena's death. She testified that Yolanda had been acting strangely in the weeks and months prior to the murder, always lurking in the shadows and keeping a watchful eye on Selena. It was almost as if Yolanda had become obsessed with the very person she was supposed to be protecting. But Yolanda's defense team argued that their client had acted in self-defense. They claimed that Selena had become increasingly unstable and erratic, and that Yolanda had been trying to protect her from herself. They presented a picture of a vulnerable and fragile woman who had been driven to desperation by Selena's erratic behavior. However, the jury saw through this defense. They were convinced by the mountain of evidence presented by the prosecution, and on June 24, 1995, they delivered a guilty verdict. Yolanda Saldívar was found guilty of first-degree murder, and she was sentenced to life in prison. The trial was a media sensation, with reporters and cameras swarming the courtroom to catch a glimpse of the woman responsible for Selena's death. But as the verdict was read out, the courtroom fell silent. It was as if the entire room was holding its breath, waiting for the inevitable. And when the verdict was delivered, the room erupted into a mixture of shock and relief. But what does this trial tell us about the darker side of obsession? How does it reveal the destructive power of unchecked ambition? And what does it say about the toxic relationship between Yolanda and Selena? These are questions that we'll continue to explore in the next section of this documentary. As we delve deeper into the world of Yolanda Saldívar, we begin to see a more complex and nuanced picture of this tragic event. We see a woman who was driven by a toxic mix of admiration and resentment, a woman who saw Selena not as a person, but as an object to be possessed and controlled. And we see a system that failed to recognize the warning signs of Yolanda's obsession, a system that allowed her to walk a fine line between admiration and manipulation. But the trial also raises questions about the nature of obsession itself. What drives people to become so fixated on another person? Is it admiration, or is it something more sinister? And how do we distinguish between healthy admiration and unhealthy obsession? These are questions that we'll continue to explore in the next section of this documentary. As we move forward, we'll be examining the broader implications of this tragic event. We'll be looking at the ways in which obsession can destroy lives, and the ways in which it can also reveal the darker side of human nature. We'll be exploring the complex web of relationships that surrounded Selena, and the ways in which they contributed to her tragic demise. And we'll be asking the question that has haunted us since the beginning: what drives people to kill the very people they claim to love? What is it about obsession that can lead us down a path of destruction, and how can we recognize the warning signs before it's too late? These are questions that we'll continue to grapple with in the next section of this documentary. But for now, let's take a moment to reflect on the verdict that was delivered on that fateful day in June 1995. A verdict that brought closure to the Quintanilla family, but also raised more questions about the nature of obsession and the darker side of human nature. A verdict that will continue to haunt us as we explore the complexities of this tragic event in the sections to come. Selena's family, including her husband Chris Perez, was left to pick up the pieces after her tragic death. The grief was palpable, and the weight of her loss was crushing. Chris, who had married Selena just a year prior, was still trying to come to terms with the sudden absence of the love of his life. Their young son, who was just a toddler at the time, would grow up without a mother, and the pain of that reality was only just beginning to sink in. As the news of Selena's murder spread, the music industry was left reeling. Fans and fellow artists alike were stunned by the senseless tragedy, and the outpouring of support for the Quintanilla family was overwhelming. Music legends like Whitney Houston, George Strait, and Emilio Rivera took to social media to pay their respects, and the hashtag quickly went viral. But it wasn't just the music world that was mourning the loss of Selena. Fans around the world came together to celebrate her life and legacy. In the days and weeks that followed, tributes poured in from as far afield as Mexico, Japan, and the UK. Fans shared their favorite Selena songs, memories, and stories, creating a digital shrine to the Tejano superstar. In the midst of the chaos, Selena's fans, known affectionately as the Selenators, found solace in each other. They organized vigils, candlelight ceremonies, and fundraising campaigns in support of the Quintanilla family. As they gathered to share their grief, they also celebrated the impact Selena had on their lives. For many, her music had been a source of comfort, inspiration, and empowerment. The aftermath of Selena's death was a complex and multifaceted process. Her family, friends, and fans were all grappling with the devastating consequences of her murder. Yet, even in the midst of grief, there was a sense of unity and solidarity. As the Selenators came together to support each other, they also began to celebrate the enduring legacy of Selena Quintanilla. A legacy that would continue to inspire, uplift, and empower generations to come. In the months and years that followed, the Quintanilla family continued to navigate the aftermath of Selena's death. Chris Perez struggled to balance his grief with the demands of caring for their young son. Meanwhile, Selena's mother, Marcela Quintanilla, became a vocal advocate for the Tejano music community, using her platform to promote Selena's music and legacy. As the investigation into Selena's murder continued, new details emerged that shed light on the darker side of the music industry. The case against Yolanda Saldívar, the fan club president accused of orchestrating Selena's murder, was beginning to take shape. But for the Selenators, the focus was on mourning the loss of their beloved idol and celebrating the enduring power of her music. In the years that followed, Selena's music continued to inspire and uplift fans around the world. Her legacy extended far beyond the confines of the music industry, touching the hearts and minds of people from all walks of life. As the Selenators continued to celebrate her life and legacy, they also honored the memory of the woman who had touched their lives in so many profound ways. As we reflect on the tragic loss of Selena, it's striking to see how her music continues to inspire new generations of fans. Her albums and songs remain popular to this day, a testament to the enduring power of her artistry and legacy. But Selena's impact extends far beyond the music world. In the years following her passing, her family and friends established the Selena Foundation to honor her memory and continue her philanthropic work. The Selena Foundation has become a beacon of hope for young people, particularly those from Latinx backgrounds who feel seen and empowered by Selena's story. Through the foundation, Selena's family has supported education and the arts, providing scholarships and grants to deserving students. It's a fitting tribute to Selena's own passion for music and her commitment to giving back to her community. But Selena's legacy also serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder of the dangers of obsession and the importance of protecting oneself from toxic relationships. Yolanda Saldívar's actions, driven by a warped sense of devotion, ultimately led to the devastating consequences we know all too well. As we look back, it's clear that Selena was not just a victim of her own fan club president, but also a product of a cultural landscape that often valorized fan devotion above all else. This is a legacy that Selena's family has worked tirelessly to reclaim, using her story to promote healthy relationships and self-empowerment. By sharing her own experiences and struggles, Selena's husband Chris Perez has helped to break the silence surrounding domestic violence and abuse. It's a powerful reminder that even in the darkest moments, there is always hope for healing and redemption. As we continue to grapple with the complexities of Selena's story, one thing remains clear: her music and legacy continue to inspire us, to challenge us, and to push us to be our best selves. In a world where fandom often tips into fixation, Selena's story serves as a timely reminder of the importance of boundaries, self-care, and critical thinking. And yet, despite the many lessons we can take from Selena's life and legacy, there's still so much we don't know. What drove Yolanda Saldívar to commit such a heinous crime? How did Selena's family and friends cope with the aftermath of her passing? What role did the media play in shaping the public narrative around her tragic death? These questions, and many others, remain unanswered, leaving us to grapple with the complexities of Selena's story long after the cameras have stopped rolling. But one thing is certain: Selena's legacy will continue to inspire and haunt us, a powerful reminder of the enduring power of music and the human spirit. As we reflect on Selena's tragic murder, it's essential to examine the factors that led to her downfall. The case is a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of unchecked ambition and greed. In Selena's story, we see how the pursuit of fame and fortune can lead individuals to make choices that ultimately result in harm to themselves and others. One of the most striking aspects of the Selena case is the manipulation and control exerted by her fan club president, Yolanda Saldívar. Saldívar's actions were a perfect example of gaslighting, where she manipulated Selena into believing she was in control, while secretly embezzling funds from the fan club. This toxic dynamic highlights the importance of recognizing warning signs of manipulation and control in relationships. In hindsight, it's clear that Selena was in a vulnerable state, with her career in a slump and her finances in disarray. Saldívar capitalized on this vulnerability, using her charm and charisma to gain Selena's trust. The warning signs were there: Selena's growing dependence on Saldívar, her increasing isolation from friends and family, and the suspicious financial transactions, but Selena failed to recognize the danger. The Selena case also serves as a reminder of the importance of open communication and trust in relationships. Selena's lack of transparency with her family and friends enabled Saldívar to manipulate her, ultimately leading to her downfall. By keeping secrets and hiding the truth, Selena gave Saldívar the opportunity to exploit her. As we examine the Selena case, we're forced to confront the darker aspects of human nature. The pursuit of power, wealth, and status can lead individuals to make choices that prioritize their own interests over the well-being of others. This is a cautionary tale for anyone who's ever been in a situation where they've felt manipulated or controlled. The Selena case is a reminder that we all have the power to choose how we interact with others. By being aware of the warning signs of manipulation and control, we can take steps to protect ourselves and those we care about. By prioritizing open communication and trust, we can build stronger, more resilient relationships. As we look back on Selena's story, it's clear that her legacy extends far beyond her music. Her tragic murder serves as a reminder of the importance of recognizing warning signs, promoting open communication, and prioritizing trust in relationships. The question remains, what can we learn from Selena's story? How can we apply these lessons to our own lives, to build stronger relationships and avoid the pitfalls that led to her downfall? The answers, much like the truth behind Saldívar's manipulation, are complex and multifaceted. But one thing is certain, by examining the past, we can build a better future for ourselves and those around us. As we continue to explore the tragic story of Selena, it's essential to remember the profound impact she left on the world. A memory that lives on, her legacy inspires us to cherish the memories of loved ones and to never forget the lessons they taught us. Her music, a testament to her enduring spirit, continues to bring joy and inspiration to millions. One of the most striking aspects of Selena's story is the way her music has transcended time and cultural boundaries. Her unique blend of Tejano and pop music has captivated audiences from diverse backgrounds, creating a sense of unity and shared experience. Fans of all ages, from grandparents to grandchildren, have been drawn to her music, a true testament to its timeless appeal. But Selena's legacy goes far beyond her music. Her unwavering dedication to her fans, known as the Selena Fan Club, was a defining characteristic of her career. This sense of community and connection is a poignant reminder of the importance of honoring the memories of those we've lost. By continuing to celebrate her life and music, we ensure that her memory lives on, inspiring future generations to keep her legacy alive. As we reflect on Selena's story, it's clear that her music has a profound impact on our lives. Her songs often capture the complexities and emotions of the human experience, offering a sense of comfort and solace to those who have experienced loss or heartache. Her music has a way of transporting us to a different time and place, allowing us to relive fond memories and connect with others who have shared similar experiences. One of the most compelling aspects of Selena's legacy is the way it continues to evolve and adapt to changing times. Her music may have been a reflection of her own experiences and emotions, but it has also become a shared cultural touchstone, allowing fans to connect with one another across generations and geographical boundaries. As we continue to explore her story, it's essential to recognize the enduring power of her music and the impact it has had on our lives. In many ways, Selena's legacy serves as a reminder of the importance of preserving our memories and honoring the lessons of those who have come before us. By keeping her memory alive, we ensure that her music and message continue to inspire and uplift us, even in the darkest of times. As we move forward, let us honor her memory by striving to create a better world for all, a world where love, compassion, and understanding prevail.